And welcome to Bartram Trail High School. I'm Noah Schlicksup, bringing you tonight's action between the Creekside Knights, Lady Knights, and the Bartram Trail Bears. We got a great doubleheader for you on Schlick Sports. I'm your commentator, Noah Schlicksup, as we get ready for tonight's great game. And it certainly did not disappoint the first time out at Creekside. 55-54, the final came down to the final seconds. A buzzer beater was no good from Ainsley Cade, but man, did she have a game. And she'll look to continue that tonight. She had over 20 points in that game. And they're going to need a similar effort because the Bears, they came into that game 1-10. Since then, they are 5-2. If they can keep this hot streak going, they'll improve to 7-12 tonight. They have won 4 straight against the Creekside Lady Knights. The Lady Knights have not beaten Bartram since December 13th, 2019. But they'll look to play spoiler on the road tonight. We're just a little over a minute and 50 seconds out from tip-off. We'll be back with the starting lineups, national anthem, and tip, all coming up on Schlick Sports. Welcome to Bartram Trail High School. I'm Noah Schlicksup as we get ready, just about 45 seconds out from the starting lineups and so forth. But man, these two matchups did not disappoint. We got the boys starting at 7:30, but first up we got the girls going at it. This was a game. The Bears led by over 20 points at one point in the third quarter. However, the Lady Knights were able to come back and ended up losing by only one. Last second buzzer beater was no good for them. Tonight should be no different. Both these teams come in winning 3 out of their last 5 games. And both of them hungry for another win tonight. We're going to send you down to the court now for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
And now let's introduce the Creekside Lady Knights. First, the non-starters. We have a junior number 10, Lauren Diaz. We have a junior number 11, Emily Congress. We have a junior number 13, Ellie Darren. We have a sophomore number 15, Rosie Corrali. And now calling out of the Creekside Knights, a 5'7" junior, super strong forward. Number 2, Melissa Ackley.
Tip off, and here we go. Lady Knights will start with the ball. Cade Spivey has it. Top of the tee, Ainsley Cade. Cade had a huge game against the Bears the first time out. Knights were struggling with injury then. They're back at full power now. Aja Pollard drives into the lane, lays it in. Aja Pollard had a big performance against the Lady Knights first time out as well. Good start for her. Steal for the Bears. Rosso in transition. And her layup no good off the backboard. Lady Knights on the rebound. Ainley Cade pass forward, gonna roll out of bounds. And it's headed back the Bears' way. 2-0 Bears, 7:08. Just getting started here at Bartram Trail High School. I'm Noah Schlicksup, bringing you tonight's action on YouTube here at Schlick Sports. Kendall Kane, the freshman, inbounds it to Aja Pollard. You're going to see the Lady Knights playing in a full court press tonight. Forces a lot of turnovers. It's their defense. They're going to play fast. They're going to play aggressive. Look to poke that ball free, just like they did there. Cade Spivey in transition. Going to slow things down. Passing over to the Bartram Trail logo. There's Ainsley Cade. Spivey. The Lady Knights going up against the 2-3 zone. And Spivey going to drive right into it. And her shot sent back by Dylan Hanna. Hanna was unstoppable in that game against the Knights. However, Kayla Caster had a wide open chance down low, unable to convert. Pollard passes forward into Bartram territory. And Hanna, with more than a few inches to her advantage, lays it in, 4-0, 6:10 to go in this first quarter of action. Ainsley Cade passes over to Melissa Epting. Now Caster, a floater, is short over Hanna, fighting for the rebound. It's last touched by Bartram. Staying with Creekside. Bartram with a really, really cool gym here. We got almost like a shed-type feeling to it in the court. Redone after Hurricane Irma. Absolutely amazing. My favorite gym I've been to in the area. Ainsley Tate unable to get that to go, and man, they just cannot get anything to drop early on. However, Bartram, quite the opposite. Or I should say the opposite, not quite. They've only got a couple buckets, 4-0. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Melissa Epting drives to her left, jump stop, pass to Castor. Castor no good on the floater. The putback no good either. Ball loose. Rosso has it. Passes forward to Sierra Watson. Watson over to Pollard. Aja to Kane from downtown. He got it. 7-0. And the Bears lead early on. 7-0. 4:40 remains in the first. Castor gonna travel. Or no, a foul gonna be called as she was going up with it. Momentum all in Bartram's favor early on. Castor at the free throw line. Gets the first one to go. 50% shooter at the line. Lead rebounder on the team. Forced down low. Something she prides herself on. She sinks both free throws. Now this is where they want them. Having to fully break the press off the inbound. And they struggle with it there. It's poke free. MG Walters drives, lays it up. And it's no good. Ball still loose. What a move by Archie Pollard. Her feed, however, is stolen. Nice play from Melissa Epting. Epting averages 4.5 steals per game. Set the Knights steal record with 13 in a single game earlier this year. Now she's going to be called for a travel. Trying to drive into the lane. Melissa Epting became the first Lady Knight to record a triple-double earlier this year. Then she did it as well the next game. As Rosso is looking for Pollard. However, she missed her out of bounds. Aja comes from a family of athletes. Her dad, Marcus, played in the NFL, was a D1 basketball player at Bradley University. Her brother, Micah, going to play football at the University of Michigan, also played basketball up until last year. And now traveling violation called on Kayla Castor. The Lady Knights turn it over. 3:39 remains in the first quarter of play. 7-2, Bears lead. Dylan Hanna lost it. Almost got called for a travel. It was close. Aja Pollard was looking to hit from deep. Just a little short on it. On the other end, Spivey fouled on the shot, headed to the line. Almost Dylan Hanna's second block of the game. Hanna stands at 6'1" out there. Committed to go play at FAU. That's what the Lady Knights are going to do. They're going to want to drive in on her. Spivey misses her first free throw attempt. They want to drive in on her. Try to get her to foul. Get her out of the game. That's how they attacked her in the second half of last game. It worked. Spivey good on the second free throw. 7-3, 3:18. First quarter of play. Bears lead. Brought to a 7-0 run. Lady Knights responded with 3 points. Kaneko Newley into the game. Got it down to Hanna, who is blocked by the 5'9" kid Spivey. Chester, no good. She just can't get anything to fall. Shooting down low. She has 2 points, both of them coming off of free throws. Wide open in the corner. Kendall Kane fires. Still too much on it, though. However, Castor stepping out of bounds. 2.5 minutes remain in the first quarter. The score 7-3. Dylan Hanna gets it out to Kane. Bischoff gets it down to Hanna. Kendall Kane. Gonna be fouled. The Young Bears team. Only 2 seniors on the roster. That's Dylan Hanna and Liz Rosso. They have freshmen who play, who make an impact. Kendall Kane and Bischoff are the ones you're going to see the most tonight. Savannah going to lose that one. Out of bounds. Creekside ball. Jade Spivey, a freshman, the only one on Creekside. One of 2 underclassmen on the roster. Still a very young team. They got a very heavy junior class. Not a single senior on the roster. Kayla Castor finally gets one to drop, and it's an and 1-2. At the line, 2 of 2 tonight. 7-5, looking to make it a 1-point game. In and out. Bartram ball. 2 minutes in the first quarter of play. That one's tipped. Stolen away. Castor goes up again. Blocking foul. He's headed to the line. Creekside side getting loud. Last year, the Lady Knights only had 1 win the entire season. 1-19, I believe, the record. This year, they're 8-8. Coming off of a win over Fleming Island. Is the number 1 seed in the district last year, 10-3 this year. As Castor sinks both, we're all tied up at Bartram. The Bears went on a 7-0 run to start the game. The Lady Knights responded with one of their own. 1:50 on the clock, first quarter. It's Bischoff facing a 3-2 zone the Knights fall into coming off the press. Ainsley Cade. Harding Kane now from way downtown. Pollard hit! Audra Pollard hits from the Bartram Trail logo. Cade Spivey fires up a 3. Too much on it. Now MG Walters fires one up. In and out. 10-7 Bartram. 7 minutes into the first quarter. Kendall Kane. To the corner. Down low, Hanna. Foul. Here's my official 60-second warning in the first quarter. There's an inbound. Pass down low is poked loose. Ball is going to be called a jump ball. Possession staying with the Bears. Creekside played a lot of close games as of late. It's been 7 games since they've played one that's been decided by more than 2 possessions. 9 since they won one of those. They'd love a comfortable win here tonight. That's going to be tough to come by. They haven't beat this team since 2019. MG Walters called for traveling. Headed back with Bartram, 30 seconds on the clock. First quarter, 10-7 Bears. Noah Schlicht's bringing tonight's action here on Schlicht Sports as Kendall Kane takes the inbound. Got to get it across half court. They don't have anything. Kane actually has Rosso open. Goes behind the back, gets across half court herself. Bischoff. Down low. Benito's pass stolen away. In transition. Spivey gonna drive. Block. Ball's loose. Jump ball. And a timeout going to be called. Or I believe that's what they said. However, I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but I think Coach Cashwell is saying he did not call timeout. That's what they're going to say. 4.2 remains in the first quarter. Lady Knights trying to maybe tie this one up. 10-7 to score. It's Spivey. Inbounds. Cade has 1 second on the clock. She fires from way downtown. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Tie game heading into the second. Wow. All tied up at 10. It was a heck of a first game. Looking like more of the same in the second. We'll be back after this on Slick Sports. Welcome back. Two teams who've been tough to beat lately. There's a 1-point difference back December 16th when these two faced off. This time at Bartram, we're tied up at 10. Ainsley Cade finishing off that first quarter looking like Steph Curry. Hitting one from the Bartram logo. Nothing but the net. She had 21 points her last time out against Bartram. She averages just 5 on the season. Something about facing this Bears team. There's going to be a foul on the shot. Dylan Hanna sent to the line. Just getting started in the second quarter here. 10-10. First matchup of a doubleheader. The boys will be facing off next. That game scheduled to tip off at 7:30. As Hannah knows it on the first, however, she gets the second to go. So now the Bears putting on a full court press of their own. Kayla, as it's going to force a turnover. Aja Pollard drives in. Too much on the layup, but the putback is good from Hannah. And really checked into the game. Andres over to Cade. Cade, no good from deep. Cade couldn't get much of anything going from deep to start the season. She found her touch against Bartram. Was down by 11%, I believe, from beyond the arc. Before that game, she's up to 29 heading into tonight. There's a steal, another one for Melissa Epting. 13-10, Bartram leads. Lady Knights trying to change that. 6:50 remains in the second quarter. Kayla Castor. Pass down low. Stolen away. Aja Pollard. Passing. Pollard from way downtown. No good. Epting in transition. Nothing between the bucket except Pollard. He sends that shot back. Six minutes, 28 seconds remain in the first half of play. 13-10, Bartram leads as Emily Andres into the game, coming off of an ACL injury that kept her out for the first half of the season. Described by Coach Wade, Cashwell is most consistent shooter possibly at the school. Jade Spivey, no good on that layup. And now Castor with the steal. Epting trying to take it all the way. She'll be fouled down by the basket. 6 minutes, 4 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. 13-10, Bartram leads over the Creekside Lady Knights. Melissa Epting at the line. The Bartram student section shaking my camera up here, trying to distract the Knights' leading scorer. She comes in averaging 11.5 points per game. Of course, on the defensive end, had 13 steals in a single game earlier this year. And her free throw rebounded, put back up by Castor, no good. Castor again with another putback, no good. Somehow the ball is finally taken away from the Knights. And a whistle. Epting was going for a third steal in the night. Instead, whistled for, I believe, her second foul. 5:48 mark in the second quarter. 13-11, Bartram trail. Substitution, Ainsley Cade on her way in. Melissa Epting headed to the bench for a rest. Active travel. Nicole Johnson, the junior, guilty of the traveling violation there. Creekside ball. MG Walters gets it into Spivey. In the corner, Andres gets her shot sent back. Pollard blocks another one. And it's last touch by Creekside. .538. Second quarter, 13-11. Kendall Kane passing. Aja Pollard now into the corner. Pollard, pull-up jumper from the free throw mark. No good. Ainsley Cade trying to pass it forward. And it was tipped. Last touch by Bartram trail. 5 minutes, 12 seconds remain in the second. 13-11. Bartram leads. Castor gets the steal. Spivey passes out to Andres. Her three, good. Emily Andres, her second three-pointer on the year. And the Knights take their first lead of the night. It's 14-13. Kendall Kane passing now, driving is Pollard. Her shot is off. Andres moving it up the court. Pass to Spivey. And she's called for a travel. Headed back with the Bears. And a timeout going to be called by the Bartram Trail Bears. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remain in the first half. We got a good one. It's 14-13 Creekside at Bartram Trail High School. Back with first half action. Friday night hoops at Bartram Trail High School. The Lady Knights lead the Bartram Trail Bears by a score of 14-13. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remain in the second quarter. The Bears were off to a 7-0 start. Early in this game, the Lady Knights responded with a 7-0 run of their own. It was tied at 10 at the end of the first. And after a three-pointer from Emily Andres before the break, the Lady Knights now sit with a 14-13 lead over the Bears. Aja Pollard. She's hit one from the logo tonight. She finds Kendall Kane, though, and her shot's off. However, Dylan Hanna, physical play to keep the ball with the Bears. Aja Pollard taking it to the rack. Fouled in the process, headed to the line. Pollard, 57% free throw shooter. Had the first bucket of the night. Then a three later. And that is her first bucket, her first point of the second. To give the Bears back the lead. It's good. 15-14, 4-12. Mark in the second. Ainsley Cade hit one from right there at the end of the first. With Roisin Crowley newly into the game, is off on her first shot. Kendall Kane trying to break the press. The freshman dribbles across half court. Not going to drive. From the corner, Johnson over to Kane. The three is off. And two Bears fighting over the rebound, can't get it. Now Kane going to drive. And kick ball. Bartram ball. Emily Andres checking back into the game. 5'3" junior. Carrying in her third game this season. Lady Knights had a heck of a past whirlwind of emotions. It's been 7 games since they've been a part of. Since one that's been decided by more than 2 possessions. It has been some close games. Coming off of a 1-point victory, 5-point victory over Fleming Island, #1 seed in the district last year. It's Dylan Hanna over to Pollard. Now in the corner, the three from Watson. No good. Off the top of the hoop. Creekside ball, 3:03 mark. Second quarter of play, 14-15. Bartram leads. This is Ainsley Cade going to dribble this one up the court. Andres. Pass to Spivey. From the corner, Jade Spivey. Trying to drive up the baseline. He passes it to Aja Pollard. Pollard and the Bears in transition. Gonna drive up the middle. Good dish to Hanna. Hanna gets it to go. Dylan Hanna. Compared to last game, she's been quiet, but she's still got 8 tonight. 17-14. Bartram Trail. 2:15 in the second quarter. Emily Andres crosses over on the Bears logo, gets it down to Crowley. Takes the shot. Headed to the line, trying to tack on one more. Roisin Crowley getting involved early on. 2:07 remains in the first half. 17-16. Bartram leads. However, Roisin Crowley looking to change that at the line. 40% free throw mark. This year, she misses. 1-point game. Kendall Kane. 2 minutes. Naja Pollard gonna try to melt some of that clock away. Pollard gonna drive, and she is gonna be nope, not a charge. Wasn't in position. Blocking foul. Called on Melissa Ebding. 1:35. Second quarter. 17-16. Pollard. Good on the first free throw. Second shot up. That's no good for Naja. 90 seconds remain in the first half. 18-16. Bartram leads. Ainsley Cade was looking to tie it. Just off on that shot. Crowley drives. Loses it. Bartram trail ball. Full court press back in effect for the Lady Knights. And it's stolen right away. Walters headed to the line. MG Walters comes in averaging 9.7 per game. 60% free throw shooter. No points on the board for her yet tonight. And after that shot, it stays the same. Walters, a junior at Creekside. Stands at 5'9". As she sinks her second free throw. 18-17. Naja Pollard crosses over behind the back, crosses half court. On the right wing. No good. From beyond the arc, Creekside ball with a minute exactly on the clock. Creekside trails by 1. It's 18-17 here at Bartram Trail. Nice press break there by the Lady Knights. Ainsley Cade down to Walters. Back outside. Jump shot. Off from Castor. Bartram ball. 43 seconds now on the clock. 18-17 the score. Bartram leads by 1. They'll probably look to melt. Final seconds away. Nope, they can't. Stolen away. Spivey. Fouled and headed to the line. Spivey was out for that last game against Bartram. However, she's returned back into the rotation after the winter break. As the freshman comes in as the second leading scorer on the team, averaging 10.5 per game. As she gives them the lead, 19-18. Kendall Kane with 32 seconds remaining in the first half inbounds it. Now Rosso gets it forward. Driving with it. Kaneko. Traveled. Momentum. Swinging back to Creekside. And their fans can feel it. Cade with 15 seconds on the clock. Driving in from the yard. Spivey gets a tip. Crowley. To Castor. MG Walters. To Crowley. Cade. Cross half court. Now 2.8. Nope, they're changing it. It was tipped. About 3 seconds remain in the first half. Buzzer beater is off. 19-18. Creekside Lady Knights lead at Bartram Trail. They have not beat the Bears since 2019. They lead at the half tonight. We're 10 minutes out from the second half of action. Stay tuned for that here on Schlick Sports. Half number 1 in the books. It's time for round 2. 1918, Creekside Lady Knights leading here at Bartram Trail High School. I'm Noah Schlicksa bringing you tonight's action live on Schlick Sports. Here on YouTube, thank you for tuning in. We are just 20 seconds out from the second half of action. And Bartram, they got to get more people involved. Dylan Hanna and Aja Pollard. It'd be tough for them to do it at all. Because, they've been having good games, each with 8 points. However, outside of them, 3 points for the rest of the team, 2. They got to get some more people going. Look for them to try and get freshman Kendall Kane more involved here in the second half. She needs to start getting some shots to fall. She was struggling there in that first half of action. Also, Liz Rosso, another person they could really use. They really enjoy her getting going in this one. We'll see if they can step up in the second half. Creekside with the ball. MG Walters. Inbounds to Ainsley Cade. Dribbling to her right. Now MG Walters fires a 3 from the corner. It's off. Creekside still has it. Kayla Castro gets it back outside. And Epting going to reset things up from the top of the key. Epting over to Spivey. The 3 from number 3 is off. Bartram ball. Just 32 seconds into the third quarter of play. 19-18, Creekside leads at Bartram Trail High School. With the drive from Rosso. She'll kick it out to Pollard. Down to Dylan Hanna. Now Kane from downtown. No good. Rosso on the putback jump shot from the corner is good. Rosso, her first bucket of the night. She missed another Aja Pollard block. I apologize for that. Kayla Castro gives the Knights back the lead. Now Walters drives. Shot! Blocked by Hanna. Last touch. A Bartram Creekside ball. 21-20 is the score. Epting coming off the inbound. Floater is off. Rebound goes to Dylan Hanna. Pollard to Rosso in transition. Rosso to the corner. Sierra Watson. Pollard. No look pass, a little bit off. Watson recovers on the baseline. In the left corner, driving is Pollard, the fadeaway. Not enough on it. Lady Knights ball in transition. Jade Spivey crosses half court with 6 minutes remaining in the third. Ainsley Cade drives with it. Good dish to Castor. The shot's off the glass. Now jump ball. Bartram ball. (21-20). Third quarter of play. We got a good one at Bartram Trail. Aja Pollard driving with it. Goes up. It's off. Spivey, the freshman, was looking for Epting. She missed her on the pass. Rosso was looking for Watson. Watson wasn't looking for her. Kane, however, off the recovery, passes back to Rosso. Watson to Rosso. The 3. No good. Ainsley Cade at the top of the key. Over to Jade Spivey. Ooh, nice catch by Castor, and Spivey fouled on the shot. Coming off of a nice pass from Castor, however, Aja Pollard slow to get up. She looks to be fine. Spivey off on the first free throw attempt. She is 3 of 5 from the line tonight. There's a whistle. Aja Pollard gonna readjust her shoe. 21-20. Creekside Lady Knights leading at Bartram 5-13. In the third quarter. Second shot up. Second shot falls for Jade Spivey. Now a 2-point game. Good defense there from MG Walters. She tips it out of bounds. Full court press giving the Bears fits early on. And it continues into the second half so far. Walters gives them a foul. Kendall Kane. Over to Bishop. And there's 10 seconds. They can't get across half court. It's a blackout for the night student section, and there's more Knights here than Bears students. Taking up about 2 sections of these bleachers. It's Eston called for a travel. Bears don't even have maybe just half a section full of students. But they're all here enjoying this game, and then round 2, the boys will face off at 7:30. I'll also be live streaming that. There's a whistle. Readjusting the clock there. Inbound. Forget about it. Timeout. Gonna be called. All 4s on the clock. Third quarter of play. Creekside Lady Knights leading at Bartram 22-20. Heading into the break. Welcome back. Bartram Trail High School, and why are the Lady Knights leading? Well, the Bears rely on 3 players when it comes to their scoring. There's Kendall Kane, Dylan Hanna, and Aja Pollard. No one else averages more than 4.9 per game. Kendall Kane tonight only has 3 points. Pollard is off on the 3. And when you take one of those 3 out, there's not much scoring on the offensive end, or as much. However, will Pollard and Hannah's efforts be enough? So far, not quite. 22-20. .417 mark in the third. And it's Creekside ball. Spivey bounce pass into Cade. On the left wing. Passing back to Cade. Castor with the jump shot. From about 10 feet away, she's off. Aja Pollard on the drive, kicks to the corner. Sierra Watson, Nola pass, tipped out of bounds. 22-20. 3:53 on the clock. Vanna Bischoff checking out for the Bears. And another timeout going to be called on the floor. 3:53 on the clock. Third quarter of play, 22-20. Lady Knights lead at Bartram Trail. Back at it as we resume the third quarter of play. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remain in the third quarter. It's 22-20. Creekside Lady Knights with the lead. Nicole Johnson off on the three-point attempt there. Creekside ball. Spivey kicks forward to Castor. Now Melissa Epting on the drive. Gets her pass stolen by Aja Pollard. Pollard drives into the lane. The foul on Melissa Epting. She goes for a lot of steals, however, can't be too aggressive out there. Don't want to be caught reaching in. She did there. Now wide open three is off from Aja Pollard. Ever since her first three fell, she's yet to find her distance. Her range is Spivey fouled on the three-point shot. And Spivey on her way to the line to shoot three. .301 mark in the third. Off on her first attempt. 4 of 7 Spivey from the line tonight. Gets the second. .23-20. She make it a two-possession game. She can. She's got 6 tonight. As Aja Pollard crosses over, gets across half court, driving in, lays it in. Now Ainsley Cade over to Spivey. Dribbling with the right, she finds Cade. Angie Walters. Now Castor has it. Cade from the corner. In and out, her three-point shot. And now immediately stolen back. Spivey drives in. No good. The putback off from Castor. Goes up again. And this time she's fouled. Castor off on her first free throw attempt. As the Creekside boys heading to the locker room, they'll take on the Bartram Trail Bears as well. 7:30 tip-off right here on Schlick Sports. Stay tuned for that. That one tip free. Shot is off. to Nico. No good on that shot. Pollard going to be fouled by MG Walters. 25-22, 2:06 on the clock. Hodge Pollard on the Bartram Trail logo. Pass to the corner where the three is fired. Johnson is short. In transition, Ainsley Cade crosses over, moving to her left. Her pass is stolen away. Johnson forward to Pollard. Pollard lays it in. He's headed the line with a chance to tie. Aja Pollard has half of the Bears' points tonight. She needs one more to tie this thing back up. And her free throw's up. Hannah gets it on the putback. Bartram has the lead. Walters from way downtown. It's good, baby. 28-26. Pollard on the other end. That's not for long. Kate on the drive. Blocked by Hannah. That's got it out. Bartram ball. Brown is getting into it. It's 28-28. Pollard. Passing Ridden. Traveled. Creekside ball, 50 seconds remain in the third quarter. Ainsley Cade crosses half court. Over to Spivey. Caster out to Walters. She got it! Good from the right wing. 31-28. And now stolen back by the Lady Knights. 20 seconds on the clock. Who touched it last? Creekside. MG Walters. Two huge threes. Now have the Knights at a 3-point lead. And during the timeouts, during this break, I'm going to show you the size of these student sections. Hannah gets it back to a 1-point game. Spivey sees 5 seconds on the clock, hurries up. Now with one, Walters fires. It's up, 31-30. Creekside leads heading into the fourth. We'll be back after this. Fourth quarter of play. It's 31-30. Creekside leads. They have the ball starting the fourth quarter of play. Ainsley Cade over to MG Walters. Spivey to Castor. Castor goes up. Gets blocked by Hannah. Out to Pollard. Brings it up. Pass to Johnson. In the corner. Loses control. Creekside ball. Knights coming up the court. Spivey passes over. Cade drives in. Cade is off on her shot. However, possession stays with the Lady Knights. 31 to 30, 7:14 remains in the game. Spivey. Going to be called for a carry. Bartram ball. Coming up the court, Nicole Johnson has it. Now Kendall Cade. Sophia Panico, the sophomore. Finds Johnson, or was trying to before it's stolen. Tester lays it in on the other end. Oh! Thank you. So sorry. Oh my. Yikes. Okay, camera fell. Alright, 33-30 to score, everyone. Everything and everyone is okay. Alright, we're back. 6:36 on the clock, fourth quarter of play. Jade Spivey at the line. Sinks her first free throw. Lost my highlighter. Well, no more keeping track of points. Nicole Johnson. Now Hannah out to Pollard. Pollard gonna drive. The floater's off. And they're gonna say that Casper stepped out. Six minutes remain in the fourth. And last touch by Castor on the baseline. 34 to 30. It's a two-possession game. Creekside leading their rival Bartram. Haven't beat them since December of 2019. We're trying to do it for the first time in a while tonight. Nicole Johnson, no good from deep. And a whistle, it's Creekside ball. 6 minutes and just 1 second on the clock. A whistle 1 and 1. It's a bonus. Castor at the line. First shot, no good. Pollard trying to get it up the court. Aja on the drive. Took one too many steps. Creekside ball. Jade Spivey brings it across half court. Hands it over to Epting. Sees the lane. She's going to take it on the drive. Way too much on the shot. And now Spivey attempting to save it. Unsuccessful. Aja Pollard brings it up the court. Man, we got a good one here on Schlick Sports. Aja Pollard. Pass to the corner. Rosso fires the three. No good. Pollard driving in. Finds Rosso in the corner. Now Johnson, excuse me, good on the pull-up jump shot. 2-point game, 34-32. 4:50 on the clock. On the drive, finishing it off. Easy King coming up in the clutch. 36-32. Make it 37-32. 5-point Creekside Lady Knight lead. Nicole Johnson trying to get it up the court. Finds Russell. Johnson from deep. No good. Sophia Panico unable to get the putback. However, staying with Bartram. Last touch by the Lady Knights. Panico. No good on the jump shot. Hannah there for the putback. He got it. 3-point game, 37-34. MG Walters. Now Spivey on the drive. Off on the shot. Jump ball. It's headed Bartram's way. Nicole Johnson was looking for Kane. She can't find her. Creekside has it. Epting gets the shot. Making the most of an opportunity. It's back to a 5-point game. Aja Pollard responds with the tray. 3:43 remains. 2-point game. 39-37 on Schlick Sports. 39-37, Creekside Lady Knights with the lead. Jade Spivey finds Ainsley Cade. They try to finish this one out with their first win here at Bartram since 2019. Kayla Castor loses it down low. Jump ball. It's staying with the Knights. Spivey gets her shot blocked. Hannah, 3 minutes left, gets it forward to Kendall Kane. Kane to Pollard. Pollard to the corner. Down low, Dylan Hannah. Going to be fouled on the ground before the shot. Still a 2-point Knights lead, 3:08 on the clock. Hannah over to Russo. Now the three is off. Last touch, however, on the rebound by M.G. Walters. So 6 with Bartram. 2:59 remains. 39-37 Creekside. Pollard gets it in. Russo ties it. Ainsley Cade walks it up the court. On the right wing. Bounce pass down low. Walters! Got it! To Pollard. Over to Kane. Kendall Kane. Barely able to get it to Pollard. Russo down to Hannah. Hannah fell and headed to the line. 2:29. 41-39. Hannah. No good on the first free throw. Camera shaking would be thanks to the student section. As Castor gets it to Spivey. Spivey, the freshman, loses control of the ball. And at Bartram's way. 2:21 remains in the fourth. Aja Pollard kicks it over to Kendall Kane. Now trapped in the corner. Looking for Hannah. Stolen away. Chester forward to Essing. Essing finishes it off. 43-39. Minute 55 to go. Cash looking for Pollard. Instead it's down the Bartram student section. 43-39 Creekside. Minute 50 to go. Castor to Spivey. Spivey. Not sure if that was a foul or tipped out. But either way, it's Creekside ball. And they're going to call a timeout with a minute 44 on the clock. Fourth quarter of play. It's 43-39. Man, we got a game. love a good basketball atmosphere. Spivey kicks it in. She's going to drive down to the block. Not able to finish it off, but she's heading to the line to get another chance. 43-39. Knights looking to shut the door here at Bartram Trail. Spivey, good on the first attempt. 5-point gain. Looking to make it 6. She does! 45-39. Rosso. Over to Kane. Deep three from Pollard. No good. Rebound goes to Johnson. Pollard crosses over, drives in. Headed to the line to shoot 2. Good on her first free throw. Next one would get to a 4-point game. She makes it. Ainsley Cade going against the full court press. Hands it over to Epton. Gets it forward. Capture across half court. And called for a travel. Pollard with the 3. Short. Ainsley Cade drives into the lane. And is no good on the shot. Catcher on the putback is off. Jump ball. Staying with the Lady Knights. Spivey. Over to Epting. Melissa Epting. Trying to run the clock out. 55 seconds remain. Timeout called by Creekside. 52 seconds on the clock. 45-41. And a bucket on this possession could just about seal it. We're going to take a quick break. Back in 20 seconds here on Schlitz Sports. Here we go. Inbound to Epting. Dribbling in the corner, takes the screen. 45 seconds remain. Lady Knights lead by 4. Ainsley Cade. Foul driving in. 41.9 on the clock. 45-41. Now Ainsley Cade at the free throw line. 71% foul shooter. Kane gonna check in. long free throw. 46-41. Still a 5-point game. Rosso. Lost it! Creekside ball! .38 seconds on the clock. Spivey, bounce pass in. She gets it back, drives in, lost it. Pollard, coming up the side, is going to be fouled. 30 seconds exactly on the clock. First shot good for Aja Pollard. Second one up. It's short. 4-point game. Ainsley Cade gets it forward to Efting. Efting. Pass to Cade. Cade fouled hard. 20.5 seconds. Is gonna head to the line. .47-42. Make it 48. 48-42. Lady Knights lead. 15 seconds left. Pollard fouled. She's at the line. 14 seconds left. Now they're going to need a miracle. Well, not necessarily a miracle. They're going to need her to make a few of these. Efting on her way out. Emily Andres in. The shot is off from Pollard. Ball is free. And Castor, still not fouled, passes it forward. Walters, fouled with 5.2 left. And that should do it. And that seals it. That one off. Clock running. And 1.3 on the clock. They're going to inbound it. Rosso gets it in. And Creekside defeats Bartram for the first time since 2019. They take this one 49-42 over the Bears, but this is just round one. The boys coming up next, tip-off set for 7:30. We're going to be streaming this on the channel on a different stream. We'll be back in about 10 minutes here on Schlick Sports. The girls take this one 49-42 over the Bartram Bears.